Okay, so I asked Gina ahead of time if she could be here to help translate, but I guess until she's here, I'll go ahead and continue. So this is January's FSO meeting, la reunión de FSO para enero. Y siempre nos gusta empezar la junta con una pregunta para agarrar todos a comunicar de ellos mismos. We always like to start the meeting with a question to have everybody kind of say something about themselves and what's going on. So today's question is, what will success look like for you in this year? La pregunta para hoy es, ¿cómo se vería el éxito para ti en este año? So you can write in the chat, and Linda, if you can read them off, that would be great. I guess I'll start. I did write a few resolutions this year, so I like to pick a word for the year, and this year I picked release. So I guess this year success for me is to find appreciation in the little things. So kind of be more appreciative of what you have. Oh, you're on mute, Linda.
Well, no wonder you couldn't hear me. We have health, la salud, estar activo y saludable, being healthy and active, ditto, making it out alive, salir vivos y sanos. But see, healing for our nation, como el comienzo de sanar para nuestra nación. That's what we have so far.
Okay.
Thank you. Gracias.
Ahora, aquí está la agenda para hoy. Sí, puse unas otras cosas y la mandé antes de esta junta. This is the agenda for today. I did add a few more things as people's reports started coming through. I had sent it like right before this meeting though. Vamos a empezar con llamando al orden a la junta. I'm not sure if Sonia is on. She usually does the minutes, but sometimes she catches the recording. So is she on today? Can anybody see her?
I didn't see her.
No. Okay, so it's 6:12. Vamos a llamar la junta a las 6:12. So welcome everybody. Bienvenidos. Y la primera es nomás hablando de los puestos vacantes. Todavía tenemos, queremos tener como una posición para poder hacer la promoción de FSO. Tenemos diferentes ideas y ya que este año las cosas son un poco más diferentes, sí hay más necesidad en tener más creatividad en comunicarnos con los padres de qué es FSO y qué hacemos y cómo uno viene siendo un miembro, y todo se necesita tiempo. Necesitamos voluntarios para poder hacer eso para nosotros. The FSO marketing position or committee is still in need of some volunteers, especially this year since we have, it's a little different this year with our limited capabilities of communicating with our parents. So we think if we can get some volunteers, it could really help us promote FSO and let everybody know what FSO is about and what are the different ideas and events that we're trying to put on this year. La segunda parte de puestos es tener un comité para, de membresía. So the second item for open positions is to have a membership committee. También, como este año es un año diferente y especial, la membresía ha estado muy bajo de FSO y necesitamos tener más voluntarios para también tener más creatividad en agarrar esa membresía que se ponga más alta. Similar to before, this is a different year and a special case, and so our FSO membership has been coming in very low, and so we think it's best to create a committee to put together some creative ideas to increase our FSO membership. And there's more on that later, what those ideas are. Siempre empezamos con un reporte o informe del maestros y la administración. I don't know if we always like to start with the staff or teacher report to give them a chance to speak. I don't know if Ms. Collins, if you wanted to start, or I think Ms. Arce was on as well. If you guys had anything to present at this time. We do have the flyer up here on the Mlk Writing Competition that was recently announced.
Ms. Arce said she'll be right back. So
okay,
always get her report when she gets back.
Okay.
You know, there's not much new since like the last coffee chat, you know, that we had. If any parents here attended, I think I saw somebody there. But we are hopefully having our first priority cohort group return to school next week. We had to push that back a little bit. You know, along with the transmissions in the community, we've had a bit more of our staff needing to take some leave time, which impacts operations. So that's happening upcoming Wednesday, the 20th. And we are hoping to add our second priority cohort. However, there has been a bit more of sort of strict gatekeeping from health agencies in terms of resuming the number or growing in your phases for the number of students coming back to campus. And supposedly there's supposed to be these new guidelines and we just keep waiting for them. I know Mike attended an OCDE forum today around the health issues, so hopefully he'll have some news on that that will give us some clear direction. And then just in general, we're also having to kind of push out a little bit more any initiative to bring back a much larger number of students based on the parent survey, where there was roughly interest of about 35, I think 60-ish% of our parents had indicated an interest in having their kids come back to school. So once we get a clear indication of when we could do that, at this point, we're looking at kind of like early March, the third trimester, rather than what we were hoping was early February. As soon as we're feeling like we get indications from our community context for COVID and any additional guidelines or kind of hoops that we have to go through to make that happen, then we will move forward with finalizing and articulating, communicating with parents about that plan.
I don't know if, Linda, do you feel comfortable translating that?
About halfway through.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I should have paid better attention.
I think I got the first half.
Okay, can you do the first half? Because I got the second half, I believe.
Okay. La señora Collins dijo que desde la última junta no había tantos cambios, pero como han comunicado, el regreso de los cohorts que han empezado. El regreso sería la semana que viene, el 20 de enero, sería que viene siendo el miércoles. Se cambió a esa fecha nomás por las transmisiones, ¿is that right? Transmissions del COVID, que como están las cosas, le querían dar más tiempo para estar más seguros.
También debido a los números de casos en el condado de Orange y Santana, se ha pospuesto la reapertura un poquito más. Estamos viendo quizás en el tercer trimestre, en marzo, poder tener el regreso de más estudiantes. Y comunicó la señora Collins que como unos 60% de la comunidad estaba interesado en mandar a sus hijos de regreso a la escuela. Entonces, señor Limón fue hoy a una conferencia en el Departamento de Educación del Condado. Entonces, esperamos tener más información acerca de los requisitos para la reapertura. Entonces, estamos en espera. De nuevo. Paciencia y compasión, ¿verdad? Those were our words, compassion and patience.
Truly, it breaks my heart. I mean, our kids are hurting right now who are usually on site and who are not on site today. They're just not connecting the way they are when they are able to be there with that support. So I know how important it is, and it's really my, I feel like an obligation to make sure that we are able to provide that to the degree possible.
Dice la señora Collins que le pesa, ha notado que los estudiantes que normalmente están en el plantel, que han estado sufriendo esta semana, que no participan o no se conectan simplemente como han estado al estar en el plantel. Entonces, lo considera como su obligación tener al número máximo de estudiantes, obviamente con todos los protocolos de seguridad. I had a question just about and I've missed the last couple of coffee chats. I will catch the recording, but I'm not there yet. So on the last survey, when it said, like, if you choose to stay home for the rest of the year, like if you mark it and you say you're going to stay home, you're going to stay home. Are you going to have two plans then? Is that your thinking?
Well, we will honor that ability to stay home. It's just, we're going to need to, how I see it, once it's clearer in terms of timing, in terms of regulations, we would intend to go back and do one more round of parent outreach to those parents who chose the option that they would like to return, because there may be some more hesitation now, because since the time the survey went out was just at the cusp of the situation becoming more grave with the transmission.
Yes.
And then from there, also, there's a lot of emphasis, kind of in terms of prioritizing. In order to follow whatever the rules are, we may need to not be able to say all of those who checked yes are coming back. We still may need to figure out a final scheme for maximum capacity while following regulations that will make all of our staff feel safe to roll that out.
There was a question in the chat, will COVID vaccinations be required to return?
For students, I don't think community vaccinations will be happening from what I've seen until July.
Okay. And teachers eligible?
Potentially, yes. So potentially, this is all sort of rumor. So like I said, I don't know if Mike got any new news today, but I'm hearing things like as early as February for teachers, but that is just kind of rumor from me at this point.
Yo había preguntado si, según lo que uno marcó en la encuesta, algunos pusieron que quiero quedarme en casa el resto del año, otros dijeron que quieren regresar. Si escogieron uno o el otro, eso es su respuesta final o puede haber cambios. Y dijo la directora que ya cuando sea el momento apropiado va a como volver a preguntar a la comunidad, especialmente los que dijeron que sí, porque quizás se han cambiado de opinión o quizás un montón de razones, ¿verdad? Entonces, para ver como el sentimiento de cada quien cuando ya sea una real posibilidad. Hubo una pregunta en la caja de charla acerca de las vacunas, si va a ser obligatorio tener vacunas. La señora Collins comentó que no ha visto nada con respecto a los niños. Dicen que quizás en julio hay la posibilidad de que los niños reciban la vacuna. Entonces, no va a ser obligatorio tener la vacuna para los niños para poder regresar. Y ha escuchado como rumores de que los maestros quizás en febrero podrían recibir las vacunas, pero no es nada cierto. Entonces, está esperando a ver qué dice el señor Limón, que fue a la junta o en el condado, para ver si tiene más noticias. Ms. Arce, did you have anything to add from the teacher side? Le pregunto a la maestra Arce si tiene algo de parte de los maestros.
Hola, no tengo nada que agregar, no hay ninguna pregunta específica de mis compañeras. Lo único es simplemente les queremos reiterar las gracias, los agradecimientos por todo el apoyo y todos los detalles que han tenido con nosotros durante estos meses. I don't necessarily have anything to add. There were no comments and concerns from any of my colleagues, but we just want to reiterate and say thank you for all the little gestures and the constant and continuous support that you continue to show us through this time.
And we thank you every day.
Y por el Padlet.
A las maestras y la administración también, todos los días. What did you say, Ms. Collins?
Y por el Padlet también. Con muchos mensajes en el Padlet.
Oh, yeah.
Sí, es muy bonita.
Sí, okay. Oh, qué bueno.
Hi, sorry, I got late.
Hi, Gina.
Hi.
Okay.
I did have a question for Ms. Arce, because I believe in the last meeting we talked about some really great ideas about that the teachers had come up with, possibly having a Spanish club and then like a virtual recess idea. Do you know what we could do? What would be the next steps to do that? Are there teachers that are kind of want to lead that and they just need parent interest, or do they kind of want FSO to take the lead?
Thank you for reminding me. I had completely forgotten we had that conversation. I remember first grade was definitely very interested in being able to provide some spaces for like social interaction with kids virtually, but with adult support. And I know that Ms. Barba was the one trying to look for maybe volunteers from her parent pool to see if they could support with that. I'm not sure. I remember saying, Linda, correct me if I'm wrong, but did someone reach out to Ms. Barba and ask?
Oh, sorry. COVID hit me.
No, of course. Maybe what we could do, I could bring it back to my colleagues and see if anyone's interested, or we could have the room parent ask each teacher individually and see if that's something that interests them.
Well, and I have the survey from the very beginning of the year and I finally woke up, yesterday. I was like, okay, get back in, Yoli, and I was like, get back into the episode zone. I do have the list of teachers who said they would like it, and then now I have a list of parents who said they would be interested, so I just need to connect. So I commit to do that between now and our next meeting. So
I think the first grade room parent is Clarissa, who's on here. So if you wanted to work with her to.
And Clarissa did let her in the chat. It does say that Maestra Barba did send out a message to parents, so
nice.
She's moving on that, so that's great.
Okay, then if we can use them as the guinea pig to see how that works, then I guess I'll reach out to Clarissa, and then we can see how we can apply that to the other grades or whoever else is interested, because we did have a few parents that thought it was a great idea in the last meeting.
Do you want me to translate?
Okay, yeah.
Do you want me to translate?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do it. Yoli le preguntó a Laura si todavía había maestros que querían tener la ayuda de los papás en tener como quizás un recreo donde creo que practican el español o un club de español, algo así divertido en español. Y preguntó si quiere que FSO tome, se encargue de eso o si los maestros lo quieren hacer. Comentó que la maestra Barba es una de las maestras muy interesadas, entonces resulta que ella mandó un mensaje a todos sus padres de familia a ver si alguien le puede ayudar con eso. Y yo también tengo la lista de maestros que dijeron que quieren ese tipo de ayuda y la lista de papás que dijeron que están interesados. Entonces me comprometo a hacer la lista o a conectar esos dos grupos este mes. And if I forgot anything, okay. I think we're good.
That's about it. También tenía otras noticias porque Wendy y yo nos juntamos con Miriam y Kathy de OCEAA ayer y nos han estado ayudando mucho para la ayuda de FSO y nos dieron unas ideas que también nos dijeron de este concurso de Mlk. También nos dijeron que hay unas agendas que recibieron para los estudiantes que lo quieren dar como de regalo, estarían gratis, van a estar haciendo eso este mes. También el recordatorio de las playeras de OC Soccer Club que se van a estar de venta. Esperamos este mes, pero todavía están trabajando en eso. I also just wanted to say a few other items. Me and Wendy met with Miriam and Kathy yesterday. They've been a great help in kind of being liaisons in between FSO and the school. And so we met with them and they had really great ideas. And they also wanted to remind the parents about a few things. One was this Mlk Writing Competition. They also received a few agendas that they want to pass out to the children sometime this month. You can look out for that. And they also reminded us about the OC Soccer Club t-shirt fundraiser that will be going on sometime this month as well. It's supposed to run this month, likely into next month at this point. But just wanted to pass that on.
Yoli, I have a question. What's the OC Club Fundraiser?
So I guess this OC Soccer Club puts on, they make t-shirts every year, but they connect with a nonprofit in selling them, and they give all the the profit of those sales to that nonprofit. So it's like they make the t-shirts anyways, and so when they sell it, they kind of use it as like an opportunity to donate to a local nonprofit. And so this year they picked OCEAA, and I'm not sure if I think Mike and Patty are the ones that are responsible or are kind of heading that fundraiser. But yeah, so it's not FSO, it's OCEAA, Mike and Patty specifically. And so we're supposed to get a heads up of when those will be for sale, but we don't know yet.
Awesome, thank you.
So I'll go through my report first. Just a few items I wanted to talk about. And then Gina or Linda, would you guys be able, Gina, would you be able to translate?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. So much easier for me. I was hearing myself on the recording and I was kind of embarrassed of my translation. But anyways, okay, so I just wanted to go through real quick some of the, I know we have some room parents that are new to FSO this year, and we have received some comments that some parents aren't getting any emails from FSO, like from the room parent FSO member. Like they didn't know about the Staff Appreciation Week or the videos that we were trying to put together for them. And so I wanted to kind of remind or communicate some of the expectations for the room parents, for the room coordinators.
Tenemos unos nuevos papás en FSO y he estado recibiendo algunos mensajes preguntando acerca de las actividades que tenemos y que algunos papás no han estado recibiendo los emails o mensajes de FSO, igual de parte de los padres representantes de grupo. What else? About the parents? And you are going to talk with the parents?
Yeah, so I'm going to.
Y FSO va a hablar con los papás que son representantes de grupo acerca de eso.
So I put just 4 kind of basic things that we are expecting. First, you want to make sure you get the emails for your parents for that grade. And then you want to at least make sure that you're sending out a monthly reminder of when the FSO meeting is. So
queremos poner unas cosas como claras, que tengan siempre los emails de los papás de cada grupo y que por lo menos una vez al mes puedan mandar email acerca de la información de FSO.
And then you want to communicate the important news from each meeting.
Queremos comunicar las cosas importantes de cada junta.
And then just help create a space for the parents so that they feel heard.
Y crear un espacio donde los papás se sientan escuchados.
So like some of the ideas that we had was maybe have a room parent if you want to put together like a Zoom meeting with your 3rd grade parents, let's say, to provide like some social time. Maybe you guys can bounce ideas off of what it's like having kids learning distance learning.
Una de las ideas que tenemos es que cada representante de grado pueda tener una junta por Zoom con los papás de su grado una vez al mes y así igual pueden recaudar ideas de cómo pueden seguirse ayudando en las clases en línea.
Pero no tiene que ser una vez al mes, puede ser nomás para like a meet and greet, I guess it would kind of be, para que se conozcan los padres.
Okay. Una junta por Zoom para que se conozcan los papás.
And it can also be to come up with ideas for the staff appreciation that we do every month.
Tal vez podríamos igual recaudar ideas de lo que se está haciendo para reconocer a los maestros cada mes.
And if you have any questions, you can just email me at fso@ocea.org.
Si alguien tiene preguntas, pueden mandar un email a FSO
at OCEAA.org.
al email de FSO @ocea.org.
Gracias. And then from our meeting with Miriam and Kathy yesterday, they suggested possibly changing our FSO meetings because sometimes they conflict with the coffee chats that are also held on Thursdays, and it just makes it for a long day. So we looked at the calendar and we saw that Tuesdays were probably a better day to have the FSO meetings. So we'll be to Tuesdays.
También en la junta que hablaron ayer con Miriam y who else?
Kathy.
Y Katy, hablaban de que había una probabilidad de cambiar las juntas de FSO porque los jueves a veces se cruza con el coffee chat, la charla de café, Y es como un día largo de juntas, entonces estaban viendo el calendario y estaban pensando que tal vez los martes funcionaría para las juntas de FSO.
So, ahora tengo el reporte del tesorero, the treasurer's report.
Okay, so a couple of things that came in this month. Algunas actualizaciones de este mes. Shakey's, recaudamos un poquito más de $350. So Shakey's Restaurant Night, a little over 350. Dos miembros más, 2 more members joined our amazing team. Recibimos un poquito más de $100 en donación para los eventos de la apreciación al personal. We received a little over $100, $114 to be exact, for our staff appreciation. Y creo que eso es todo por este mes. That's all for this month. So we still have a healthy budget. And we still have money to allocate to the playground restructuring. And that's where we are. Todavía tenemos bastante dinero para donar para la renovación del patio de recreo y un presupuesto bastante bien. That's all. ¿Preguntas? Questions?
So with 144 in membership, does that mean we have like 18 members now?
Is that
De la membresía con 144.
yeah,
Quiere decir que ya tenemos 18.
18 members. 18 miembros. I had an idea for that. I think did I write it in the notes part? Oh, and when does the playground project start? ¿Cuándo comienza la renovación del patio de recreo? We're still in, I think, investigation phases right now. So todavía estamos en la fase de investigar para ver qué exactamente se va a hacer. So.
Linda, are you able to get the names of the members that paid?
Yeah, I can try to do that with Marisa. Yes.
Thank you.
And then I had an idea for, I'm sorry. Can you see in the notes section, Yoli, of the,
I was trying to.
She'll come in and figure that too.
yeah, I'll be right there.
She's gonna do that.
Can you see the notes here?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to look. Uy, tan chiquito.
I can't seem to get
Sorry.
this thing. If we get the word out that we plan to renovate the playground, this can help with membership drive.
That was my thought. Like if we, as part of this, the membership drive, we let parents know that this money will go to help fund the playground renovation. I feel like that gives you like, oh, like I'm contributing towards something, because I feel like everybody felt good about contributing to field trips, but there's no field trips this year. So if we have this goal that we're working to renovate the playground, so when, hopefully, by next fall, it'll be, up and running, that, I don't know, that feels good to me to I don't know, move the numbers from 18 to, maybe 118. Estaba pensando si empezamos a correr la voz acerca de nuestro plan de ayudar a renovar el patio. Eso puede ayudar a la membresía, aumentar la cantidad de personas, porque normalmente lo que donamos para la membresía va para los paseos escolares. Como este año no hay paseos escolares tradicionales, entonces quizás la gente dice, pues, ¿para qué hacerme miembro, verdad? Entonces, si tenemos un proyecto, una meta, yo creo que eso les motivaría a todos a hacerse miembros. Una idea, so just an idea.
Va a seguir la informe de comités. So we're moving on to committee reports. I think first one es membresía. Como empecé al principio, se necesitan voluntarios para el nuevo comité para ayudar a aumentar la membresía de FSO. So we are putting together a new committee to try and help the membership. Volunteers are needed to increase FSO membership. These are the different tasks that we're envisioning for the committee. And Oksana, I don't know if you wanted to kind of comment more on it. We met yesterday.
Sure. Yeah, I think that you had mentioned the ideas that listed here, like such a flyer and running contests is something we discussed at the last meeting to perhaps engage our teachers and just come up with a campaign idea. And as of kind of not a bonus where I'm searching words that I can find, but kind of as a way to encourage our teachers to participate. At the last meeting, we discussed that we can offer some incentives, such as maybe either help, some parents could help with joining a Zoom meeting with teachers and maybe help with kids. Or I believe Gina offered free masks or getting some free masks, which was very, very generous. And I remember one of the parents offered to perhaps have a small gift card, maybe for our student, Amazon gift card that our teachers can use in whatever way they decide to. So anyway, we feel that putting together a membership committee, maybe just have additional 2 volunteers, that would be super helpful to kind of get this started and get our FSO membership to a higher number what we have right now. And Yuli also believe mentioned about the website. That's something that you mentioned yesterday, right, to Katie?
Yeah. Hold on, I think I have to translate that first.
Oh.
Or Gina, are you okay to translate that? I'm sorry, I should have told you beforehand.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought
you.
she was going to say it in Spanish too. Well, yeah. You were talking about how to help. I mean, getting more people, but asking teachers to get help,
asking,
right?
Asking
El concurso.
Okay.
Yeah, asking for 2 additional volunteers so we can form a membership committee and really focus on putting some volunteer or some campaign in place in order to, long day, in order to increase membership.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have told you ahead of time.
Se estaba hablando también de cómo ayudar a que pueda crecer la membresía de FSO. Entonces se están pensando en como otros 2 voluntarios que pudieran ayudar a poder correr la voz y que se pudiera hacer como un tipo de incentivo a los maestros, igual si los maestros pudieran decir a los papás que si se inscriben a FSO podrían obtener algo como lo que habíamos dicho de mascarillas gratis para su grupo o tal vez una tarjeta de regalo que el maestro pueda usar en beneficio a su clase y así poder ayudar a que la membresía de FSO crezca.
Thank you, Gina.
Entonces, si alguien puede ser voluntario, pueden poner su nombre en el chat, nomás para avisarnos, o mandarme un email, o pueden mandarle un email a Oksana también. If anybody can volunteer for this membership committee, just put your name in the chat and let us know, or email me or email Oksana to volunteer for any of these jobs that we have. Otra idea fue de tener, hacer como una caja de, like a Dropbox, donde pueden nomás dejar el pago de FSO. Miriam nos dijo que podemos tener la caja ahí durante los tiempos de donde recogen el lonche lunes y miércoles. Y pueden, nomás teniendo la caja allí, avisándolos a los padres que pueden pagar su membresía durante este tiempo, también sería una manera fácil para poder pagar. We also have an idea of possibly creating like an FSO Dropbox where the parents can pay their membership during the lunch pickup times, which is Mondays and Wednesdays. Our lunch crew would just take the box out with them. They have their table set up. And so it would be another easy way where the parents can make their payments, their membership payments. So if anybody wants to volunteer to make that box, that would be great. Si alguien quiere ser voluntario para hacer la caja, eso nos ayudaría. O también...
I can make the box.
Oh, Gina. Thank you, Gina. También voluntarios para ir durante esos tiempos si necesitan que recogimos la caja después de cada vez, porque también ellos no quieren estar en cargo de la responsabilidad de tener esa caja. Entonces tal vez necesitarían una persona de ir ya cuando se termina ese tiempo, que sería lunes y miércoles como a las 2, para ayudar con si recogimos unos pagos en ese tiempo. We would also need a volunteer to possibly go and during that time and be in charge of any payments that we had received during that time, which would be Monday or Wednesday at 2. And that's also a great time to market FSO if you happen to be open during that time.
If we pick up the money, then who we give that money later? Si nosotros recogemos el dinero, ¿a quién le damos el dinero después?
Para mí se me parece que sería alguien en la oficina de enfrente. No más que porque ahorita pues todos están bien ocupados, entonces para pedirles a alguien que ya está trabajando enfrente y tiene su trabajo que tiene que hacer para que vayan y se encarguen de los pagos de FSO, creo que es mucho. Pero nomás es de marcar quién pagó ese día y entregarlos me imagino que sería a Kathy en la oficina de enfrente.
So if it's a drop-off box, people should put their name, right? And the kid's grade or something.
Yes, so si es de cheque, they would probably need to put like the student's name in the subject box or subject line. Or if it's money, it would have to be in an envelope. And I don't even know if they would be okay collecting money, but we should probably check on that.
Because I can make the drop-off box, and I live like 2 minutes away from the school, so I can pick it up at 2 and give the money to the front office people.
Okay.
But I think we need to make like I don't know.
Yeah, depending on what's going in there, we have to.
Yeah, we need to be clear on how people have to
pay.
Fill or
Linda
put the
may
money,
know better.
so we
She
know
collects
they
the
are
money
the
or
like,
knows about the money.
Was the kid who put the membership or something?
Yeah, I think
Si
that's
hacemos lo de la caja, necesitaríamos como poner bien una información clara a las personas de cómo dejar su dinero para que igual nosotros tengamos la información del niño o la familia que está haciendo su membresía. Yo puedo recoger la caja porque vivo como a 2 minutos de la escuela, entonces yo podría recoger la caja y darle el dinero a las de enfrente ese mismo día, pero sí, como necesitamos tener claro cómo dejen su dinero con la información.
And there is, well, maybe there was, Ms. Collins, is there still that FSO locked drop box in the front office?
I believe so, yes.
So then if the front office, or even if Gina, if you put it in there, then the treasurer and myself, I can collect it you let me know there's money,
Oh, okay.
I can collect it and I'll take it to Marisa. And then
Oh, okay. Yeah.
hay una caja con llave en la oficina principal. Entonces la señora Gina puede depositar los membresías ahí y luego si me avisa, yo voy como tesorera, saco el dinero y inmediatamente se lo entrego a señora Marisa.
I have a question. I might have missed it, but is there a way that parents can pay virtually?
So the only way right now is through eFunds, but eFunds charges to pay. So a lot of parents have been paying. Well, I know I paid. I just went into the office and paid.
La pregunta fue si hay una manera de pagar virtualmente y dicen que sí, pero les cobran por pagar ahí.
I wonder, and maybe this is a question more for Janine or Mike, but I wonder if there could be like a Venmo account for OCEAA or something where we can easily transfer funds without necessarily having to pay. Because I am a person who do not carry money, well, checks or money orders will be something that I have to go out of the way to do it, even, cash. So I wonder how many other parents identify with that. And now, especially with the pandemic, everything becomes more and more virtual. So just the easier we could make it, the better. I could email Janine and ask her and see what she knows
Tal vez
about.
es una pregunta para Mike o Janine, pero estaba pensando si también había alguna forma de que los papás, que pudiera haber una cuenta como de Venmo para OCEAA y que los papás pudieran pagar sin necesidad de que haya un cobro extra, ya que muchos papás, bueno, yo en lo personal no uso mucho el cash o cheques, entonces tal vez otros papás están en la misma situación de que, especialmente ahorita con la situación, pues no están manejando el dinero así, o los cheques.
Or maybe it's not an OCEAA account, it could be just an FSO account, like an FSO Venmo account.
Tal vez no una cuenta de OCEAA, pero podría ser también una cuenta de FSO.
In our meeting yesterday, we were talking about revamping the FSO webpage, and on there having a button to easily pay membership dues. So it's getting worked on, it's just not done yet.
En la junta que tuvimos ayer también se estuvo hablando de eso, como buscar una mejor manera de que pudiéramos recaudar los fondos. La página de FSO se está renovando o actualizando, pero sí es un trabajo que está en proceso, solo que todavía no está listo.
Y también algo que Miriam nos está ayudando, dijo que si queremos, podemos dar con membresía una, no sé cómo se dice en español, OCEAA lanyards.
Podríamos dar también con cada membresía que se haga de OCEAA, regalar una cuerda de las que se usan para colgar las llaves o gafetes.
Yeah, we can give it away as a incentive for signing up for membership. So.
Podría ser un incentivo por cada persona que se haga miembro de FSO.
So I guess if there was anybody who wanted to help with running the classroom contest about, that would be like kind of keeping the totals by classroom to figure out who comes up with the most membership, and then working with Oksana to figure out what the prize would be for the teacher, and working with Linda to make sure that you're receiving those payments and taking that down, or any promoting that would be going on. If anybody wanted to help run that campaign, we would need volunteers.
Si hay alguien voluntario que pueda ayudar con la campaña que estamos proponiendo, de que pueda llevar un control de las personas que se están inscribiendo y ver qué maestro es el que lleva más membresías de FSO, y también discutir con Oksana el premio o el incentivo que se le daría al maestro por el que sería el ganador, y con Linda para estar de acuerdo en las membresías que se están entregando y las personas que son las que se están inscribiendo. Si hay algún voluntario.
You can write your name in the chat or else email us.
Pueden escribir su nombre o mandar un email a fso@ocea.org.
Yeah.
I have a question about that. Like, if someone volunteers to do that, how, like, does, I don't know,
Yeah,
that person have to communicate with the teachers or with the parents from each group, or how?
I think it would be creating the flyer that would then be
Okay.
distributed to everybody. So
Oh, okay.
they would create the flyer, they would send it to Miriam to then send it out through all communications, and then it would also be sent out to the staff and the teachers, who would then be able to communicate it to their students or their parents. So it would, I mean,
And then they get back to that person to let them know how many students they already registered.
so the students, Linda would be able to get that list of who's paid, and then we can
So
pass
Linda
that
will
to
tell the
teacher.
person in charge, so we know who's the winner, like,
Right.
would say that. Okay. Okay, la pregunta fue cómo esa persona voluntaria, cómo le va a hacer para poder llevar un registro o poderse comunicar con las personas, si tiene que hablar con los maestros o cómo. Y la idea es que la persona voluntaria haga un flyer, un
¿Volante? ¿Es un volante?
Ajá, un volante.
Okay.
Un volante de lo que se está planeando hacer, y así mandárselo a Miriam, y Miriam entonces lo publicaría en todas las formas que se comunica uno con los papás, como en ClassDojo o el Instagram, la página de OCEA. Y entonces ya cuando Linda tenga registrados las personas que se están inscribiendo, puede decirle a la persona encargada los nombres y así saber quién es el maestro que más estudiantes pudo tener para FSO.
Should this be like maybe we can have a campaign for this and just like push it throughout February, so there's like specific dates? Because if it's going to be kind of like a competition, I think we need, you know, like a specific hard deadline of like, by this Friday, you know, you should have as many parents as you can register so that you can, you know, be able to win this gift card, or you know what I mean? So maybe we could do like February.
Yeah, I would need a time period.
Like, show your love for OCEA's playground.
Ooh.
OCEA's playground needs some love.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Si se
That's
hace de
a
esta
real good
manera,
one.
¿no sería bueno tener como una fecha límite para poder hacerlas, poder tener membresías por grupo? Eso igual ayudaría como a que realmente se siga. Si tienen como un límite para poder registrarse, y así el maestro puede obtener el premio. Y algo que comentaba Linda es igual como mencionar, es para ayudar a la renovación del patio. Si quieren ser los ganadores en ayudar a renovar el patio, pues tienen hasta tal fecha.
Hay que demostrar su amor. Como es
Hay que
el
demostrar
mes
su
del
amor.
amor y la amistad. Febrero, pues parece que bien.
And Ms. Arce, we were hoping that maybe you can give us some good ideas of what a nice reward would be for the teachers.
Maestra Arce tal vez nos podría dar una idea de cuál sería un bonito regalo al maestro que sea el ganador.
Let me think about it. Let me do
Yeah.
some digging, think about it. I recently received a gift card, an Amazon gift card from Nadia, from Joseph Daltrin's mom, and I got myself a Hydroflex, and I'm super happy with it. So like the gift card just made me really happy. But I think it would be cool to, what you were saying, do something with the class so we can incentivize the kids, and the kids can go home and incentivize parents to join. So I don't know, maybe.
Is it possible to have a movie night?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. maybe like a movie
idea.
night or a
Virtual
Zoom
movie night.
night. Yeah, I don't know. Let's
Okay.
think about it some more, but I
All
like
right.
that idea.
Thanks.
Déjenlo pienso, voy a ver las ideas. Yo acabo de recibir una tarjeta de Amazon con la que me compré un hidro, I don't know the name.
Un termo.
Un termo. Y estoy muy feliz con eso, me gustó mucho la tarjeta, pero igual me gusta la idea de que haya un incentivo para los niños, así los niños pueden ir a su casa y decirle a sus papás, oh, ganó nuestra clase. Se está pensando tal vez una noche de película o algo así, pero sí, hay que ver las ideas y pensar un poco en eso.
All right,
So
our
an
favorite
update.
thing, showing our staff how much we love them. Lo más bonito es cómo enseñamos al personal cuánto los apreciamos. Habíamos hecho como una lluvia de ideas de diferentes ideas para cada mes. Se cambió un poquito porque decía que el evento escolar para febrero y como que ya viene muy pronto el mes de febrero, entonces quizá para marzo tener el evento más grande y pensamos en hacer un subcomité también para reunirnos más frecuentemente, como una vez a la semana, algo así, para planear bien los eventos de cada mes y así tener mejor comunicación con los padres de salón y llevar a cabo cada evento. Puse para enero las cosas favoritas porque hicimos una encuesta a los maestros, entonces les preguntamos sus cosas favoritas, entonces quizás podemos, no sé, ponernos muy creativos y enseñarles nuestra apreciación a los maestros este mes con sus cosas favoritas. Entonces, si está disponible, interesado, motivado, el próximo jueves a las 5:30, una junta para empezar a platicar más a fondo de cada evento y planear bien cada evento para que no sea a última hora. We had originally come up with kind of a brainstorm list of ideas and we've changed them around a little bit because the school-wide event was for February, but February is so quickly approaching, we didn't want to rush it. So we put that for March, and then we decided to form a subcommittee, and we thought that subcommittee could meet maybe more frequently so that we could really plan each event and not feel rushed and just plan with a little bit more detail. So, and then for January, we thought maybe the teacher's favorite things. We have a survey results that has a list of all of the teachers' kind of favorite things. So we thought this month we could get creative and work with the room parents to kind of shower them with their favorite things, different things. So I can work. We thought of maybe tapping into the room parents to do that. We're just
sorry.
Like that subcommittee.
Had you been in contact with the room parents?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not yet. But we thought like maybe the room parents could even be part of the subcommittee, or like minimally the person. I think there's a person that's in charge of like the primary room parents and someone in charge of the upper grade room parents. So like if that person could come and then get the word out, we just need to have kind of a two-way communication. It seems like there's it's not quite moving the way we would hope, right? So that's where we are right now. And then, so the subcommittee would meet next Thursday at 5:30 and we would get started. La pregunta fue si ya hemos hablado con los encargados de cada salón o el padre de salón, y todavía no, pero sé que hay una persona encargada de los padres de salón de los grados primarios y una persona encargado de los grados superiores, pero no hemos estado en contacto. Pero quizás esas dos personas podrían formarse parte del subcomité o los padres de salón o algo para que corra la voz para que haya esa comunicación. Entonces, y siempre si tienen otras ideas o si escuchan en otra escuela algo que, pues también maestras, si ustedes escuchan de algo que les parece genial, pues háganos saber también. So, and if you hear or see something maybe from another teacher or your children in another school that you just think would be the best way to show our teachers and our staff appreciation, by all means share it so that we can we can make our teachers and our staff feel that special. And I'll also put my email in the chat. So if you want to email me directly, you have that. Voy a poner mi correo electrónico en el chat. O siempre pueden mandar un correo a fso@ocea.org. You can also always send an email to fso@ocea.org, and that will, Jolie will make sure I get it.
And I did talk to Anthony before this meeting to see when he would have the video, and he said he should have it next week. So that'll be exciting.
Okay.
Hablé también con Anthony acerca del video y me dijo que ya estará listo más o menos para la siguiente semana.
And so there's a question about what's the school-wide event. Hubo una pregunta en el chat acerca de qué es el evento escolar. That's kind of like that traditional week that we usually have where we're, every day for a week we're doing something to show the staff our appreciation. So that would be kind of like a bigger event to shower them with, our appreciation every single day with something different. El evento escolar tradicionalmente hemos hecho algo cada día durante una semana para enseñarles a los maestros y al personal cuánto los apreciamos. Algo un poquito más grande. Pero como este año es diferente, también podemos hacer algo diferente. So since this year is different, we can also do something different. So anything that we want and, have the desire to do, we can do. And then there was, personalmente me gustaría agradecerles a todos por esta iniciativa tan bella. So I personally want to thank you for all of this beautiful initiative. So thank you for your kind words. Really, we are grateful. It's a rough time for everyone. And just, I think when we got sick, just knowing that my kids had a safe place to go and that they were, loved and taken care of when we couldn't do anything like that. It's nice. So, yo personalmente estoy muy agradecida cuando nos enfermamos y mi esposo y yo no pudimos hacer nada. Se nos hizo muy bonito saber que los 3 niños estaban en un ambiente con amor, comprensión y bien cuidados. So, gracias. Thank you.
Anything else? ¿Algo más?
So for this month, you guys were making the care package or something like that?
So we had thought, since we thought originally the plan was to go back on campus, we were going to make the survival kits.
Mm-hmm.
So since teachers aren't necessarily going back on campus, we thought we would save that for when that does happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
O puede ser parte de mayo, que es like a love package.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this month is gonna be the video then?
The video, and then we just thought we could do things like, okay, let's say Maestra say, I can't remember your favorite color, but let's just say your favorite color is purple. So then maybe one day all the kids come dressed in purple, and maybe like, rock en español, and so they put on something and they all surprise her with something, we just thought I think we have a lot of creative, and even the kids could probably come up with something, so why not use that creativity and do something kind with it. So
okay.
Look, I've got a volunteer here. Can I help?
You see, you don't have to go anywhere.
Right, you don't.
Right at your home.
Volunteer. Para el mes de enero habíamos pensado en el video que se empezó a hacer el mes pasado, y luego tenemos la lista de cosas favoritas. Entonces una idea puede ser un día, si sabemos que a la maestra le gusta, a la maestra se le gusta el color morado, todos se ponen de color morado. Si le gusta el rock en español, nos ponemos a tocar música en español y bailamos, y pues una sorpresa para ella inesperada, ¿verdad? Y así, podemos ponernos yo sé que hay muchos niños y muchos padres creativos, y podemos, al ponernos de acuerdo, podemos hacer cosas muy, muy padres.
So Linda, were you kind of get that information and send it out to the room parents to kind of come up with something? Yeah. Was that the idea?
That was a great idea in the chat to draft a short message in both languages, send it to room parents, and then they could pass it along with the Zoom link. I can do that tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
La sugerencia fue hacer como un mensaje en inglés y español y mandar el mensaje a los padres a cargo del salón para que ellos lo compartan con su grupo. Eso lo haré mañana.
I also want to just slightly add, just to follow up on this comment, if, especially for those who don't speak Spanish like me, the only English, broken English. But anyway, if we have any, just an idea again, if we have any events or anything that what we want for, let's say, for everyone to know or the news to pass around, if we could possibly, when we have this FSO communication, maybe we can put a short description in English and short description in Spanish. Again, not to be picky, but to me personally, it's super helpful. I could just copy paste, not to sound, silly or anything like that. But I think a lot of parents would find it helpful, and especially those who are like me, are bilingual, but not with Spanish or maybe English. They could just simply copy paste and send to their respective parents.
Yeah, and that's
just an idea.
Easy as possible for everybody. It doesn't make sense for one person to do it and then another. Like if we do one and then we share it, it just makes it easier on everybody. So yeah,
exactly. Like very often we send flyers and saying we have in this fundraiser, we have a shoebox or some fundraiser, right? Along with the flyer, if it's a short message attached in both languages, I think that would encourage all room parents. It will be easier for them just to pass it along. Thanks.
La sugerencia de parte de Axana fue si podemos hacer como para cada evento o las noticias que queremos compartir con las familias, si hay como información breve en los dos idiomas con una descripción, y así ellos pueden copiar y pegar en su mensaje a todos los padres. Sí.
Okay, so además quería hablar de unas ideas y trabajos que se están haciendo para la promoción de FSO. La posición todavía está vacante para si alguien quiere ayudar. So I just wanted to go through some ideas and some tasks that are currently being done for FSO marketing. The position is still vacant, so if anybody wants to volunteer to help with that, let us know. You can put your name in the chat or email and let us know. So the first one is we're working on creating a video explaining what FSO is. We think it'd be a great marketing tool that could get sent out through all the different communications, put it on the website and Instagram. Queremos crear un video explicando qué es FSO para ayudar a promover FSO, y sería algo que alguien puede ver en el sitio de website de OCEAA o en su Instagram. We're sending out monthly reminders for FSO meetings because I know that it's very hard for parents to remember with all the different meetings going on at OCEAA. So Wendy has set up events for this coming year, now that they're switching over to Tuesday, and we'll have a flyer going out as well as a reminder. Haciendo recordatorios mensuales para las juntas de FSO. Ahorita es difícil con todas las juntas que se están haciendo vía Zoom, y creo que a veces los padres se olvidan que FSO se está juntando cada mes. Entonces un recordatorio de un volante sería una gran ayuda. The OCEAA FSO webpage is getting a facelift. We are working with Miriam and Kathy. They're helping us to communicate with Patty to try and get the FSO website updated. It's very confusing. It's very hard to find right now, and it doesn't have any of our minutes or our recordings on there. So we're trying to get that all added to it. El sitio de web de FSO ahorita se está revisando. Como está ahorita, es muy difícil encontrarlo, y no tiene muchas cosas. Es muy vacante. Sería vacante. Como no tiene las minutas de las juntas, no tiene los videos que grabamos en las juntas. Y estamos trabajando con Miriam y Kathy para ayudarnos a ponerla más organizada, y Patty es la que trabaja en eso. We also just need people to help us promote our FSO events, whether they're upcoming events or events that we had, like the teacher luncheon that was done. I think it would be great promotion if the parents were made aware of where their donation dollars went to. So, right now, nobody really has the time to get those pictures, put them together in a flyer, and distribute them out to the parents. And so if we could get somebody to help out with that, I think that would be a great promotion tool as well. También necesitamos unos voluntarios para promover los eventos de FSO, como eventos que están planeado para venir, pero también los eventos que ya pasaron, como el lonche que ayudamos a organizar para los maestros y personal. Creo que si podemos tener un voluntario para agarrar como fotos de ese evento, ponerlos en un volante para distribuir a todos los padres, para que los padres sepan para dónde fueron su dinero de donaciones. Creo que esa sería una gran ayuda para promover a FSO. Otra idea sería, tal vez después de estas juntas, ¿verdad? Tener nomás un volante que tiene las diferentes ideas que se discutieron. Y Miriam y Kathy nos dijeron que tal vez si tenemos un volante así, durante los tiempos de donde recogen el almuerzo, pueden estar distribuyendo esos volantes, o los coordinadores de la sala pueden también mandar esas noticias para los padres, como las ideas de apreciación. Sería algo que puede estar en ese boletín para el mes. I was also thinking that if we can get somebody to help put together a flyer, perhaps after these meetings that we have. Sometimes it's hard to go through all the minutes and find out what was discussed or watch the recording. But if we could have somebody kind of summarize the ideas that were brought up during the FSO meeting, and have that if we put it into a flyer, Miriam and Kathy said that they could distribute those during lunch pickup, or that flyer could also be attached to any meetings or attached to any emails that the room parents can send out to their parents, just to make sure that parents know, what FSO is working on, and know that, their donations and their membership is, benefiting the school and the teachers and our students in total. La última idea fue hacer unas playeras de OCEAA FSO. Si alguien tiene una idea para el diseño o quiere ayudar a hacer algo así, también nomás avísenos. The last idea was to perhaps design some OCEAA FSO t-shirts to kind of promote it as well. And that was all the ideas we had. If we had any questions, I don't think if there's anything in the chat, let me know.
Yoli, not about this, but are the meetings officially changing to the second Tuesday of the month?
Yes. I think starting next month.
Okay, so it'll be the
Is
second.
that a problem?
No, just wondering
Okay.
if it was official or if it was up in the air.
Yeah. We were able to look it against the OCEAA calendar and it seemed to work. So, la pregunta fue si las juntas se van a cambiar oficialmente al segundo el segundo martes del mes, y le avisé que sí, ya se cambió los eventos empezando en febrero, van a ser el segundo martes. That's what I have for the next one. Although I did add a couple things to the agenda. One was the Angel Shoe Bin fundraiser, and then I'm not sure if Clarissa was on. She had some ideas for fundraisers. If not, she texted it to me so I can say it as well. Is Clarissa still on?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So are we doing the Angel Shoe fundraiser or not? I know there was.
Did you want me to talk about that first?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we were trying to make that coincide with the reopening of the school, but again, it's still up in the air. So I think we're going to go ahead and plan it out with the situation as is, and try and make it more so that the drop-offs are easier to do, like during the lunch drop-off and pickup, or just have the like the bag or the box at the front office. The issue is getting volunteers to do the work, because usually we have it as a contest, which means we need to know which shoes are being dropped off for which teachers, and just keeping track of all of that. So it's definitely going to require a lot of volunteers. So I was going to, I'll translate that first. El recaudación de fondos para los zapatos de, I already forgot how to say, the Angel Shoe Drive.
Recolecta de zapatos.
Recolecta de zapatos. Queríamos hacerlo durante el tiempo de donde se iba a abrir la escuela, pero ya vemos que eso se ha cambiado. Entonces vamos a planearlo para que se pueda hacer como están las cosas ahorita, que sería tal vez tener la bolsa o la caja durante los tiempos de cuando recogen sus almuerzos, los lunes y miércoles, o también tener una enfrente, ¿verdad? Para padres si quieren venir en la oficina de enfrente, si quieren dejar sus zapatos ahí. El único problema es que regularmente es un concurso y necesitaríamos voluntarios para poder saber como cuáles zapatos son de cuál maestro. Y eso sería donde las cosas se complican. So I think the first step would be to maybe get together with, I think Gina's our volunteer coordinator, I think. So maybe I would like to first get an idea of the number of volunteers we have. And then maybe instead of having it be like a classroom competition, maybe it could just be like a grade level. Maybe easier to track per grade than per teacher. But we definitely just have to make sure we have enough volunteers before we put anything on the calendar. Lo que quisiera hacer primero es juntarme con la coordinadora de voluntarios para agarrar una idea de cuántos voluntarios tenemos para este proyecto, porque sí necesitaríamos alguien para cada día tendrían que ir a la escuela a recoger las cajas y contar los zapatos para cada maestra. Tal vez sería mejor hacer el concurso de grados para ver cuál grado agarra más zapatos. Sería más fácil contar los zapatos así. Pero antes de empezar, necesitamos que ver cuántos voluntarios podemos agarrar para poner este proyecto en el calendario. Y si hacemos eso ahorita, sería como los fines de febrero o marzo, donde sería ese evento. También cuando hablé con la compañía dijeron que si nosotros podemos llevar los zapatos a su oficina que está en Los Ángeles, no tenemos que separar los zapatos en creo que
Por par.
como sí, por par, y también como teníamos que contar todos los zapatos y meter una cantidad en cada caja y era más complicado, ¿verdad? Entonces, si nosotros podemos mandar o manejar los zapatos para Los Ángeles, podemos usar bolsas, pueden ser como 10 zapatos en una bolsa, 40 en otra. Era más fácil así. Entonces, estoy pensando, tal vez si podemos hacer eso, también nos ayudaría. The other thing was that I talked to the contact at the company, and they had mentioned that if we could deliver the shoes personally to their office in LA, the requirements aren't as strict of like each box has to have a certain quantity of shoes. So maybe that would help with us needing so many volunteers. But I mean, if that helps, I'm willing to give it a try. But I think the first step is just finding out the volunteers. But it wouldn't be until the end of February or maybe March to make sure that we have enough volunteers and then enough time to market it. Does that answer any questions, Clarissa?
Yes. Okay. Now, as for upcoming fundraisers, nothing was done in December because of Christmas and the break. And I did submit in something for January, but OCEAA is not fundraising for January because of the OC soccer thing. And I think that's going into this month and the beginning of next. So the next restaurant night is kind of pending with the calendar with OCEA's OC soccer thing. And it's pretty much just set up. I just have to give the date and get Miriam's okay on when that can be.
That's for the next restaurant night?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Can you translate that, or did you want me to try?
Oh, I can translate in my broken Spanish. No se puede hacer ni un noche de restaurante por diciembre por las vacaciones y por la Navidad y todo. Entonces, pedí permiso para enero, pero dijeron que al momento que ahorita no, porque OCEA está teniendo su fundraiser con el OC Soccer y eso va a ser este mes de enero y parece que los primeros 2 semanas de febrero. Entonces, por ahorita, el noche de restaurante que sigue, ahorita está en el aire. Estoy esperando que me den la fecha que OCEA apruebe y ya les puedo avisar toda la información.
And then I think we're also trying to, this year, try to find ways of how to help small businesses. So if anybody knows of like some local restaurants or eateries, kind of like more like mom and pop shops that are willing to do fundraisers with us, just let us know so that we could take them into account.
Yes, I had scheduled for, I think it's Loaded Cafe is the one that you recommended. So that is good to go. It's just, we're waiting on the date.
Right. But that's the only one I know of. So I'm just putting it out
Same.
there in case anybody else does.
Yeah.
Si alguien sabe de unos negocios que ahorita durante la pandemia y este año que también se ve que se va a hacer difícil para muchos negocios ahorita en locales, si conocen a unos que están interesados de hacer un evento con nosotros para un evento de recaudación de fondos, puede avisarnos para tratar de planear algo con ellos. Oh, and then Clarissa, I did get an idea, and I don't know if this is a classroom parent thing, but yesterday Miriam brought up the idea of having Valentinegrams, although it would be difficult right now because we wouldn't really know how to deliver them. But if we could get some kind of idea, she's like, I haven't heard anybody that's doing it, but it could be cute for the kids to do next month.
Yes, I think I brought that up also a few months ago.
Yeah,
if
you
there is,
get it done.
Yes,
We'd have to
or
get pretty
something
creative.
we can, maybe each class kind of donate, whether it be money or gift cards or something to give to the teachers. I think that might be a good thing, like a class gift as a Valentine's Day. If they want to contribute to something, I think that would be kind of cool.
Oh, like as a gift? Sorry, I was thinking of fundraiser.
Yes.
Okay.
As in fundraisers, I wouldn't know what to sell or how to pass them out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. I guess if you have any other fundraiser ideas, let us know. If not, then that comes to the end. I don't know if there's any other questions. If not, remember the next meeting in February will be the second Tuesday of the month, so that'll be February 9th. Si no hay otras preguntas, Por favor, recuerden que en febrero la junta va a ser el segundo martes del mes, que sería el 9 de febrero.
Yoli, talking about the grams, the little Valentine's Day grams.
Mhm.
I don't even know if it's even possible to like order some stuff, but if we were to set up like a table during the pickups, I wasn't positive on the date that the cohorts come back, but maybe doing that just for them to buy something and kind of they want to give to whoever they want to give it to.
So
Just
I'm
small
not
Valentine
sure on the dates, but I think next month, is that the LPAC? Is that when that starts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Miriam said that it's going to be so busy that she didn't want anybody
Okay.
out there during that time. Yeah, so anything would have to be virtual, unfortunately. Clarisa dijo que tal vez podemos tener como una mesa durante los tiempos de almuerzo, cuando recogen el almuerzo, pero el mes de febrero va a ser el tiempo donde van a estar tomando los exámenes de LPAC, y Miriam ya nos avisó que durante ese tiempo va a estar muy ocupado. Van a haber muchos estudiantes viniendo y saliendo de OCEAA, y no quería hacer todo más. Ahorita no podemos tener tanta gente junta, entonces durante ese mes no vamos a poder tener una mesa ya para algo así. Okay. If there's nothing else, then a big thank you to everybody for coming today and contributing. So I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Stay safe.
Mhm.